Hello, hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. In the last episode, we gave Lord Helmi and Lord Dace the promissory notes as evidence of Lord Haramont's betrayal. I am using evidence in air quotes there, because we got those notes from Vartag Gavorn over there. And seeing as we have completed his task, I do believe we should be getting a reunion with our dearest little brother.
Lady Dace just came through the quarter on a tear. She's telling everyone who'll listen what a leech and a liar Haramont is. Good job. It's touching to see how strong your love is for your brother. He's ready to see you now if you wish.
Yes, I am ready. I'm ready, take me to him. I have a few things to do first. Of course, I've missed him so. So I'm not going to go with number 3 because I remember basically the game takes it as like of course, I've missed him so. And basically Vartag's like, I'll ignore the aggressiveness in your tone for now. And that's not how Artin would say that, so that's why I'm avoiding number 3. I'm ready. Take me to him.
I warn you, be on your best behavior, and keep your weapons sheathed.
Of course. I'd never pull a weapon on my dearest little brother. I can't wait for this. I've been waiting for this moment for so long, computer. Oh no. Yay.
Well, who would have imagined? My big sister back from the dead and calling herself a Grey Warden. I could hardly believe it when Vartag said you wished to help me regain the throne.
I just want to stop the blight. You're my best chance. Why did you do it, Balin? What did I ever do to you? Just tell me the truth. Did you poison father? The throne should belong to an Idukan. Oh. So there are things that Artin would say to Balin that she would never say to Vartag. Vartag might be Balin's second, and if I remember correctly, the Gavorn house is quite closely tied with House Idukan. Like they're like long-standing like clan alliances, something like that. But at the same time, he's not an Idukan. He isn't family. And there is certain family business that, you know, Artin wants to discuss with Balin. So, with that in mind, it's either 2 or 3. Number 2, I think, plays too many cards. I don't think I'm using that term correctly, but number 2 sounds really desperate. Really like, why did you do this to me, Balin? I was your beloved big sister. I never did anything to you. And that's not where Artin's coming from. I do think Artin wants to know if he killed their father. That is definitely something Artin wants to know. And if I'm being honest, I think Artin can guess why Balin did it. Balin has always been, ever since he was a little boy, if you're kind of like, what do you mean ever since he was a little boy? You've only known him since the origin story. Artin does have a backstory. It's all in the first episode of this Let's Play. And I imagine they were very close as children. They were raised more together. That's horrible grammar, I know that. But they were raised more as a pair than Artin and Qwinn were. Qwinn was raised very singularly, whereas Artin and Balin had, you know, like when their mother died, they were both raised by concubines of House Idukan for a little while. And as such, they had more of a sibling bond. And despite that, Artin knows Balin has always been about winning. Balin whenever they would play anything as children, Balin always wanted to win. Even if the point of the game wasn't winning, it was like the experience you gain along the way, Balin always wanted to win. And this, the dwarven politics, the line of succession, this is all a huge game to him. So she can guess why. Artin was a very strong opponent, whether she realized it or not. You need to take them, out of it. You need to take them out of the game so she can guess why. It's not about her ever having done anything to Balin. It's the fact that she's a threat. Just tell me the truth. Did you poison Father?
Father died of grief. He couldn't bear to live when you were gone.
I'm inclined to believe him. Because I don't know if you noticed, but when he said it was like died of grief, he couldn't bear, for that bit of time, Balin had the most disgusted look on his face. And I kind of feel... So I'm going to bring this up now because I do believe it's something Artin would know. It hasn't come up in conversation yet, but it directly relates to their father. So I can't imagine that Artin wouldn't know this. But Endrin wasn't first in line. He had an older brother, I think Ansgar. No, wait, that might be the grandfather. I can't remember his name. But basically, Endrin had an older brother, and he mysteriously died in a proving when basically Endrin persuaded him to go up and fight a criminal, and then the criminal mysteriously had access to poison. And when all the criminal had to do was, give Endrin's older brother a little bit of a nick, and it was a highly toxic poison, and Endrin's older brother died, and that's how Endrin got the throne. Now, no one is saying Endrin gave that criminal that poison, but it is a remarkable coincidence. So out of all three of his children, ironically, Balin is the most like Endrin. And I really get the feeling, I've mentioned this, I'm doing a lot of talking, but this is so interesting, especially in terms of like Artin's character and all of that stuff, so I'm gonna get into it. Like I was saying, out of all three of his children, Balin was the most like him. And Balin was always the overlooked child. Trian was the heir, but the disappointment. Artin was the favourite, and Balin was forgotten. And I think Balin knows, I'm most like you. I should be the favourite. I should be the heir. I'm like a mini version of you. So I think when he, killing off Trian, getting rid of Artin, I really think Balin believed, I'll be the favourite now because Endrin will see a familiar spirit in me and he'll finally be proud. And when instead of doing that, Endrin kind of took a holier than thou, how could you do this? I know I did this to my older sibling, but how could you do this to your older siblings? I think that genuinely infuriated Balin. As a kind of like, I can't win. I'm always going to be the forgotten one. And I genuinely believe Endrin died of grief. And it's like, I've proven I'm the most like you. And even then, you're still favouring my older sister. You're still mourning for Trian when I'm right here. How dare you? That's really what I get with Balin right now. Okay. Why did you do it, Balin? What did I ever do to you? It's a good question, but Artin, I've said this before, Artin already knows the answer and it sounds very, very desperate. Artin's not going to play that card. I guess I can't blame you for playing a winning hand. I'll never forgive you, but we can work together now. Number 3, again, also, Artin's keeping her cards very close to her chest. And I definitely think that she's thinking, I will never forgive this guy. He's my little brother, sure, but I will never forgive him. And I will never forget what he's done. But I don't want to tell him that. My throat is really scratchy right now. Hang on a minute, I'm taking a drink before I have a coughing fit. Oh, too late. I hope I cut that out. Oh, that's a lot better. Okay, yeah, so Artin will never forgive, she'll never forget what Balin did, but she doesn't want to tell him that. I think that's revealing a little bit too much. I guess I can't blame you for playing a winning hand.
And I guess you finally learned something about politics. Now Vartag tells me you're here seeking allies against the Blight. You were right to turn to me. Harrowmont would bow and dandle you on his knee like a child. But he could never overcome the Assembly's resistance to your treaty. This is a time for action, not cultured debate. We need absolute unity to fight against the fulcrum of true evil.
I do think... I've always said Artin is a diplomat. She's a politician first and foremost, but at the same time... I do believe there are some areas of politics where she wouldn't go. Where she'd be like, no, that's... I'm retaining my morals here. That's a bit too scummy for me. So... As I said, the reason why I'm saying this is it's what Balin said, and I guess you finally learned something about politics. I think Balin is less charismatic as Artin, but he's more willing to delve into those seedier types of political arrangements. They're kind of two sides of the same coin, I think. Then send your men and we will leave for the surface today. Then you'll honour your agreement with the Wardens. There will be time for politics when the Darkspawn are gone. That sounds a little extreme. You never were willing to hear the voice of dissent. Not number one. Because Orzammar doesn't have a king. And if he takes all of his men, then it'll just dissolve into chaos because Balin will still be pushing forward his claim. Oh god, that would just be a mess. Not number two, because of course Balin will honour that agreement. The reason why this is giving me so much pause is because I don't know how Artin would feel about... Because on one hand, she can agree with him. This is a blight. I apologise for all of the stuttering. I'm going to be perfectly honest here. I'm not exactly in the most comfortable position right now. Because I bought myself a corset the other day, like Victorian style rather than Edwardian. It's beautiful, and I got recommended to wear it for a couple of hours every day. I record Dragon Age for a couple of hours, so I'm like, perfect time. So I can't really sit back in my chair and relax. It's doing wonders for my posture, but I think it's also making me a little bit tongue-tied. Now, what was I saying? Yes, Orzammar needs to pull its finger out of its arse and do something, because this is like what happened with Paragon Iduken. The dwarves were all like, oh, I demand you send soldiers to defend my tyke. No, I demand you send soldiers to defend my tyke. And because no one was willing to compromise, the Darkspawn got to Orzammar's gates and were like, we're going to kill you. We're going to get in and we're going to kill you. And it was a random soldier who was like, you know what? Mining caste, come with me. Smith caste, come with me. Warrior caste, we're going to war. Screw the nobles. So I think based on that part of Artin's history, I do think that she believes there is a time for debate and there is a time for action. And this is the time for action. We can't allow what happened in the first Blight to happen again. That will destroy us. At the same time, she is, at her heart, a diplomat. It's between 3 and 5. 5 is the more personal choice. But 3 is what I think Artin ultimately believes in more. That when the Darkspawn are gone, that's when we should be having these arguments like, oh, well, who can be king? Like, right now, if I'm being perfectly honest, we just need, you know, the nobles to be like, all right, we can fight about this later. To arms. There will be time for politics when the Darkspawn are gone.
Unfortunately, while this debate rages, I have no power to send the troops you need. You've seen for yourself, the city is a slaughterhouse. Criminals run lawless. I could never hold the throne if I allowed such chaos.
Maybe I could do something about that. Are you trying to go back on your word? He isn't. It's basically a not so subtle ask of like, please take care of this. How can I help you take the throne? I thought you were such a strong ruler, Balin. Again, being sarcastic is not what we need right now. Again, just as I said that certain options would make Vartag suspicious, certain options are going to make Balin suspicious. And again, Artin does not want that. Maybe I could do something about that.
Jarvia and her Carta are behind this bedlam. If you can eliminate them, I promise as king, I will send as many troops as you need to fight the Darkspawn. Unfortunately, Jarvia's base of operations is in Dusttown, and you know how little leverage we have there. The Castless refuse to cooperate with my men. But now that you've spent so much time on the surface, you're practically one of them. Perhaps you'll have better luck.
Ouch. Considering how much time Balin spends with castless women, it's rather ironic that because Artin has nothing in common with the castless. Let's be brutally honest, she has airs and graces that any duster would be like, who is this bitch? What is this? So, like, I do find that line a little bit... What? A little bit out of Balin's character. If you were like, oh, you've spent so much time on the surface, you're practically one of them. Again, Balin seems so much more in tune with the dusters that I'm kind of like, would you really say that? Oh well. I'll go look for her right now. I'll look into it. That's all I can promise. I'm not promising anything. I'll go look for her right now.
And I will wait eagerly for your return.
Oh, Balin. Balin. Can I can never remember. Can I speak more to him?
I'm surprised to see you back. I've heard of no tragic events in Dusttown. Have you accomplished what I asked?
No, he's pissed. Not yet. Let me get back to that. What did you want me to do again? Where do I find Jarvia? I wanted to talk about the Blight. I wanted to talk about the Blight.
Certainly. We can discuss troop maneuvers, strategies, past successes against archdemons. As soon as you rid me of the parasite draining Orzammar's life. Until then, I have nothing to say.
Let me get back to that.
I wouldn't dawdle. The longer you take, the more both Jarvia and the Darkspawn build their power.
Okay. I see how it is, little brother. Now then, I believe this is actually, yeah, this is Father's room. We couldn't enter this part of the palace during the origin story. Oh.
As you say.
Oh, that must certainly sting. Oof. Now then, while I'm here...
Of course.
Let's see. So this was Balin's old room.
I'm surprised to see you here, traitor.
Hello to you too, madam. Yeah, he's just kind of ditched it. What does this say now? No, it does still say Prince Balin's bedroom. This is probably being used for guests. Probably. And this was Artin's room. Oh. Okay. Lady Broden's and Herbalist Widron.
Please be quiet. My patient needs a rest. Fools and their politics. The poison was probably imported as a king killer, and she got dosed by mistake. I've never seen anything this potent.
You can't cure it. Can I help? Sorry to hear it. Goodbye. You can't cure it?
It's a very strange toxin. I know there's a counter, but the ingredients are so rare, it just doesn't matter. If you can chase these things down, I'll thank you, but I won't get my hopes up. The stone will take her soon.
Exotic methods. Let's see. Antidote. Oh no, is this under poison making? Oh, no, okay. I need Morrigan. Okay. I'm pretty sure I gave Morrigan Master Herbalism, which is what you need. I'm pretty sure to cure this lady. Dwarven armored gloves and a diamond maul. I'll be taking that, thank you. Oh, I'm pretty sure... Oh. I'm sorry, I'm looking around this room and they've moved. Like, there was a statue of King Endrin right there next to Artin's bed. Oh, I'm guessing that's Balin's doing. He's had someone come in here and basically get rid of all of her stuff. Oof. Now then, and this was Trian's room. A chest, but nothing else in here. I will say, this must be so bizarre for Artin. I know I said that with the Deep Roads because that was, again, the same place as the origin story, but Artin grew up here. Artin spent her childhood running around this palace, and to see it look so similar and yet so different must be such a shock to the system. Now then, yeah, I remember this. Okay.
It will be done.
Let me in. The Throne of Orzammar. Anything else in here? No. Caged in stone. Oh, we don't have any other codex entries. Nice. Caged in stone. The inscription is old and worn, overlooked by most as a carving detail, excuse me. The beast is foreign, but the need is familiar. Home and hearth suffer beneath strength and strangeness. These new kin of this Ferelden are better as friends than strangers, so we resist on their behalf and work with their users to bind with the stone. They no longer fear their skies, and we further our trade above. Lord from above, cornered and corralled, 3 standing in position, a 4th signals the throne. Stasis for the beast, so long as a king holds the throne, so long as a king wills it held. Inscription circa 590 exalted. Now then, I think Artin should stay here. I think that's fitting. Liliana. Where was... I cannot remember. I think one was over here. Ah. Is it this one? Ah. And Alistair, you will go and stand on this one outside. And Artin. Yes! Dragon fight! Come on! Get in there. Oh shit, everyone's still there. Okay, Alistair, don't You don't need to protect the door. You need to protect us, buddy.
You want to die?
Okay. Come on. Oh, no! Thank you for healing me, though, Qwinn. Oh, no, I'm going down. I am so going down. Oh, no, no, no. Quickly. Oh, bugger. Okay, revive me. I'm not sitting out for this. Okay, and actually, Qwinn. Take a potion and do a group heal. That'd be great.
Yes. It will be done.
There we go. Okay.
As you say.
Oh, damn! You got buffeted right over the table. Jeez. Okay. Post. Ooh, if you could please. Oh, you're out of mana again. And heal up, Kalista.
Where shall I strike?
Okay, come on. Nice, Kalista. There we go. Ageless. Ooh, oh, I like that. Weakens nearby Darkspawn, messy kills, 4 damage versus Darkspawn, increases hostility and intimidation. Oof. I will be most certainly taking that. And now we just have this random dragon corpse in the hall. It's fine. It's totally okay.
It will be done.
Nothing happens. No more dragons to summon. And over this way, nothing in that bookshelf. Ooh, a silver chalice. Silver chalice engraved with a geometric design and another love letter. And what is this one? My darling Reginald. Delicate matter. Billa's Butchers, yep. Sunflower. Oh, I believe this one is one we haven't read. Dear Sir John, your ministrations, while well-intentioned, hold no promise. Do not despair, for it is not you, it is of me. I require an interval to acquaint myself with the personage you awakened. I'm certain we can maintain an amiable accord, and that engagements with our mutual associations will not be awkward. Mari, oh no. Oh god. Mari, I get where you're coming from. I get where you're coming from, where you're like, I've dumped this guy, but we can still be friends. Don't be friends. I've done that. It ended horribly. So horribly. Jesus.
Of course.
Oh, glass phylactery, I see you there. Ooh, nice. I have to wonder if this was always here. And it was just because Artin, like, she never noticed it either because she saw it all the time and thus it never really stood out as odd to her. Or if she never took notice of it and it's only with the glass phylactery she's seen on the surface that upon seeing this again, she's like, hold the fuck up, Revenant. Many of King Endrin's belongings have been rushed into storage, including trophies of his long reign. Among the boxes is a small glass phylactery. The area is unnaturally cold. Dark shapes swirl around a slip of paper within the vial. Take the vial. The glass fractures at your touch, and I just realised I never gave myself a... What are they called? Not a healing potion, a injury kit. Whoops. I'll have to do that afterwards. Come on, get him.
This will not end well for you.
Sweep. Come on, get in there.
Be careful!
Everyone's doing alright for health, okay. And sweep.
You have forced my hand!
Kick him! Ooh, if you could possibly do a group heal, that'd be great. Come on. I'm not liking how low we're getting. Oh, thanks for the healing thing though, Qwinn. Life ward, I think. Is that life ward? It is. Kick him.
By the stone I shall prevail! Turn and run!
Okay, go with you
Come
now.
on. And flurry. Ooh, we could use another... We could use another group heal. That'd be great.
I am ready. You have forced my hand!
And sweep.
I tried to be merciful.
Come on, he's almost down. Kick him.
Are you reading?
Here comes trouble.
You must be.
Almost down. Come on, yes. Ooh. I am telling you, Artin kills so many revenants. Like, that should be her name. Like, Artin, the Revenant Slayer, or the Revenant Destroyer. I don't know. I like Revenant Slayer. Ooh. Greater Health Potion, Greater Warmth Balm. Don't think that's better for Alistair, but oh well. And another scrap of paper. Okay. I can't remember how many of these we've seen. I remember reading the Perversion of a Rare Friendship, and yeah, I think we've seen the Son and the Father. I think this is the new one. Binding the Second Corpse Walker. Cast from your host, may you find no purchase on mortal ground. Bound by your true name as we are sworn to do. Nethermas Begal, revenant and perversion of a fine daughter, no more will you test the veil, nor reach the fade to escape. Andraste hold you, demon, and bind your rage for eternity. 6 thumbprints in blood mark the end of the text. Now then, I am just about out of time for this episode. In the next, we will continue exploring Orzammar Palace, and then make our way to Dust Town to take out Jarvia. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Kallista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.